Hello ladies and gentlemen, Safehouse here, bringing to you the Dungeon Stone Vigil and the last boss Isgebind, if I'm saying that correctly. Here's a big dragon, similar to the previous fight against Aiatar. This is actually the dungeon after unlocked at level 41. This one's a little bit more tricky though. He's more of an ice sort of dragon, the other one was like a poison sort of sludge dragon, where the other one was green, this guy is blue obviously. Me and my party did fail the first attempt, but this is the second attempt now. We know what's going on a little bit more. As you can see, it's a bit of tank and spank at the moment. He does, similar to the other dragon Aiatar, turn around and throw an ice attack onto DPSs and healers. He never really throws it onto the tank that I have seen. He throws it onto you, it does a fair amount of damage and then stays on the ground. As you can see, that swirling whirlwind just there and does damage if you stand in it. After a little while, he'll fly up into the air. He will mark about a third of the map, it looks like there, and he will fly down, and if you're in that, he will do a fair bit of damage. If you're a squishy especially, he'll knock you down to about a quarter health, as you will see a bit later on in the video. Otherwise, he just comes back down, lands, got to DPS him down again. As soon as he gets to a certain amount of health, he will fly away. As you can just see just there, he does a little bit of a AoE. If you're in melee range, you're going to take that, but it's not too much damage or anything. Your healer can heal through it quite easily. For tanks, he doesn't really do any too difficult abilities. You're going to need a dodge or anything. This is the only one that he does. He turns around. I'll move the camera here so you can have a look and see what the ability looks like. It's just an ice sharp that comes up from the ground, and there you can see the remaining ice on the ground. Just don't stand in it, obviously. I haven't had any problems with it, as it does disappear after a little while, so it's not going to cover the whole ground like Aiatar's was, and it doesn't give him any health back or anything special. It just damages you, so just stay away from it. Here he goes again, throwing another attack, this time onto the healer. They actually do cop that, but obviously didn't do too much damage. They can heal through it. But when he's about to take off again now, there he goes. You're able to see he does get a little bit more intense with the up in the air stages. We do pretty well of getting out of all those attacks. It generally gives you a fair bit of time unless you're unlucky enough to be a fair way out of position. You just need to stay in the middle of the map. Seems like the first two takeoffs aren't too bad. The next two, I believe he does two more in this fight. They get a bit more intense with him throwing a lot more attacks down than just that one line. I think he does about 3 lines by the end of the takeoff, and throws out one of those attacks he does in the ground phase. He actually throws one at every person in your party. As you can see, our limit break was just used by our caster there with the meteors coming down. I should be the one using it as the Dragoon, because I do the more single target damage, with them being the AoE damage obviously. She actually does use the second limit break as well. Here you go, here's the ice attacks coming down, similar to what he does on the ground. I have to run through the ice to get through, but as you can see, like, most of the map is covered now, so it does get a bit more intense. You know, we've actually been pretty lucky, got a good corner there with really nothing going on, so he hasn't affected us too much. You'll see in the next phase when he goes up in the air that some of the party take a fair bit of damage. I actually don't think he hits me at all this run. He did actually kill me last time. That was after our other DPS went down, and the healer kept rezzing the other bloke instead of me, so I guess the healer didn't have much faith in me to continue on the fight and would have rather the other guy. I guess, you know, you get the range caster versus the melee DPS can be a bit easier for the range casters in most situations. It's not really too bad for me in this one. I've got my own little spot there so I can get in and do my damage. I've got plenty of get outs. I throw a backflip in here for you when he turns around to attack me. Don't believe it's this one, but it's soon. It's before he goes back up into the air for the final time. So this stage of the fight, there's not really much going on. You just have to just do as much damage as you can. Try and get him back up in the air as soon as you can. I'm not sure if it's percentage health that he goes back up into the air or whether it is time on the ground. But there you go, it's just saw the backflip I did there. So it's a pretty cool move, that one. It's probably my favourite Dragoon move I've got so far. Also don't mind the spine shattering dive as well. It's a lovely gap closer. That was the thing about jump, it returns you to the position that you were at when you used it, and spine shattering dive is the opposite. You actually get to go to where you want to go. Much more fun that way. So he's in the final phase. You can see he's throwing out plenty of those attacks similar to those on the ground, and he's covering the map now in that ice stuff. So you see one of the squishies get hit here, so you see how hard that could hit. You just gotta do your best. I know the guy at the beginning of the fight pretty much just said, if you dodge the attacks, we'll win the fight. So we're just DPSing down this last little bit, and you see my limit break there gets interrupted with the caster still in the limit break from me again. I didn't actually know you could get interrupted like that. It's pretty interesting. So there's a fact for you, if someone uses a limit break for you, you can get interrupted. And the boss is about to go down. We've almost got him now. It's not going to get up back in the air. And there he goes down. So hope this video helped you out, guys. I have another video coming out from this dungeon on the mini boss that's before this guy that has a bit of a trick to him. So link will be in the description. Thank you very much for watching. If this video helped you out or you just enjoyed it, please smack that like button. Or you can also subscribe to my channel for more videos similar to this one. Thanks, guys.